All right, it's time. This is the trial run of the 10-10-10 challenge. Now, this is not the real thing. This is a 4-day, 3-night shakedown run where we test everything: gear, routes, pacing, food, all of it. Because when we go live for the real 10-10-10, there's no room for guessing. And speaking of live, we're treating this like the real deal. So you're going to be getting live or near live updates right along with us, which means it's time to bring in ye faithful few. We're kicking things off with our first interactive poll. Guess our total elevation gain for day one. 500 feet or less, 500 to 1,000 feet, or over 1,000 feet, and we'll be hiking in Turkey Run State Park. It's just $1 for one vote, and it's a fun way to jump in and be a part of the journey as it's happening. So place your bets, and we'll reveal the answer at the end of the day. Over the next 4 days, you're going to see the highs, the lows, the lessons, and everything we're dialing in for the real challenge. And if you're part of ye faithful few, this is where you come in. Share it, send it, spread the word. Let's start building real momentum now. It's coming up fast.
Hello there, faithful few.
And welcome back to 10x10x10,
where we're in no denial that we need a trial. Well, it's currently 2:30 and we're supposed to be on the road by 2. So it's time to get to
The road map.
We've got an 80-mile drive that should take about an hour and a half to get to the campsites at Turkey Run State Park. Now, I built in 2 hours for us to make it there, and that should give us some extra time because we need to go into the campsites, buy some firewood, drop it off at the campsite for us to have when we come back later, as well as drop off some water and other items. So we've already started off behind schedule as usual, so let's roll, Cole.
Who the heck is Cole?
All right, you faithful few, we've made it to Turkey Run, but not without casualties. The wind is insane, and I had this very shot set up on the other side of the truck where the wind is blowing this way, and an unfortunate casualty, the Pocket 3 is no more. The camera does turn on, but I have no idea what we're shooting. So we are on the Action 5 and the adventure continues.
Whoa.
That would have got it.
And they would have face planted.
Yeah, again, I'm on the other side. We blew that way before. So when we were going to start this off, we had 5 minutes to spare that we needed on trail. Now we're 5 minutes behind. So it is time for Okay, we have got 4.6 miles, and we start on trail 1, and then we go to trail 2, and then back to trail 1, and then to trail 4, then to trail 1 again, and then finally ending on trail 7, where we will show up at the campsite around 6:45. We do have the potential for rain at 6 o'clock, so we may be hiking in and setting up in the rain, but that's okay, because that's why we're here practicing. Again, as I mentioned, we are now 7 minutes behind as we have shot this Compass Points segment, so it is time to hit the trail. Well, this is going to be the first DMS adventure that's filmed exclusively on the Action 5. So I don't know, I'll have to make sure my settings are, yeah, I got rock steady on, so should be still relatively stable. I can do weird things like this though. Flip it around, flip it around. Well, Rugged Mountain Mister forgot Malfi Paolo, who has been on all of our backpacking trips, even the first one. We're no more than 0.13 miles in. We've had to drop a pack and running back to the truck already. Sure, we'll get there on time. I mean, I'm sure this stuff will happen on the 10-10-10 as well. Well, I was going to talk about it later, but since we're here with a little bit of time on our hands, look what I got, you faithful few. I've got the Outdoor Vitals Carbon Evo 50 on its maiden voyage here. So yeah, we'll see. I have to compare it against my Granite Gear Crown 2, so at least have a frame of reference now to see which one I like better. All right, he made it back. Apollo's with him and ready to go. So I've hiked vast majority of Turkey Run, but it's usually on the other side of the creek. I've never hiked this to my knowledge. Pretty cool. It's called the Box Canyon. Nice place to rest, top of the stairs. And we got all that beautifulness over there. I believe our new friend hiking with Sean calls that bluffage. We got some good bluffage going on here. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Ooh, the acoustics are neat in here. All right, so trying some liquid IV. Kind of like that better than most of the elements I've tried so far, but I'm just not putting the full amount in. So I think one of my issues is not just dehydration, but I think those electrolytes I'm missing too. Got a couple of new snacks to try out. Got some raspberry lemonade layered fruit bars. Got these at Costco. Also picked up some beef sticks, Kirkland brand, about the same as Chomps and way cheaper. Like I said, I've never been on this trail before. Oh, there's a pond up here. Super cool. Got a little bench up ahead to sit and relax and enjoy it. Not that we have time for such things. Certainly an inviting looking trail right there, but ours takes us this way with a felled tree. Leave no trace. A little bit of downhill to reward us for that uphill, but look at that, that is beautiful. Alrighty, almost had our first off trail, but happened to look up and way down there between the trees, you can see the covered bridge. That is our first destination. And this tree is beefy. Beefy. Shove that in my mouth after I hit record. All right, quick update, you faithful few. We're at 2.7 miles in, a little over half, averaging 2.3 miles per hour. Just crossed over the Narrows covered bridge. It's about 5:55. Sunsets in about 2 hours and 20 minutes or so. I think we're doing pretty good. So I just looked, and in about half an hour, we should be getting some rain coming in. And it's gonna last for about 3 hours, if you can believe the predictive radar. Check out this prettiness. Woo. Just walking along Sugar Creek. Don't drink it, doesn't taste like sugar. We're gonna walk under some bluffage now. As you know, we're gonna have a couple of segments of Murph, so which Murph joined us to walk across the suspension bridge? Malfi Kylo. Malfi Kylo is making the dangerous trek as Sissy tries to scare everybody with some bounciness, because woo, got a fast moving Sugar Creek. Yeah. Coming up on the Lieber cabin as we are around under a mile to the campsite. So this is a pretty little spot, but you can also see a little bit of nastiness coming in the sky. Oh look, trails 6 and 7. Oh, here it comes.
It just got like insanely colder.
Yeah. All right, you faithful few. Temperature dropped, it's starting to rain. More bluffage.
Bluffage.
It's just a minor light rain. Figured I'd get the umbrella out. We're almost there, you faithful few. Leg 1 of 6 nearing completion. All right, you faithful few. We've made it to camp.
Sure.
I'm sure. All right, you faithful few. We made it into the tent as the rain began. According to the radar, we got some nastiness coming. Not just rain, but redness on the radar and such. We got some helpful neighbors, since we're at a real campsite here, that offered their truck and their camper even if we needed a shelter. But we also have a restroom we can go to. We'll see how bad it gets. Yeah, baby. Let's see how the Maxfield 4 holds up in a severe thunderstorm.
We're taking about 60-mile-per-hour winds right now.
And it said gusts up to 60. This right here is our current situation. Well, we've survived for now, you faithful few, but check this out. We were super close to setting up in a lake. We're supposed to get some more rain later, like at 2 a.m. Thinking about maybe trying to pull the tent back this way. We're gonna head to the bathroom and then come back and maybe pull up the stakes and just slide the tent back, get it in a more secure location for the rest of the rain that's coming. It's an adventure. Check out that sky though. That is a beautiful thing. A little bit of blue skies, a little bit of sunset action still happening. It is 8:38. I think we just had sunset about a half hour ago. I don't know, other than losing a $600 camera, things are going good so far. It is about 10:30 and we relocated our tent. Had our neighbor over there help us, but we went to some higher ground back a little further in, and we've got her all set up again. We're supposed to get another round of rain tonight, but we're ready for it. So we got everything packed up and ready for the night. Since we are indulging in a campground stay on the first night of our trial run, just like we are on the 10-10-10, we're going to avail ourselves of the bathroom facilities before closing it down for the night. This was what we were dealing with. That is not mud, that is all water. Set up in just the wrong place, but we remedied the situation. Heading into the tent, so we are just going to wrap up night 1 of the trial number 2 for the 10-10-10 backpacking challenge. We'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning, ye faithful few. After waking up with a mere 4 hours of sleep, I leaned over and got the Rugged Mountain siblings up out of bed. Then we started the pack up process on the inside of the tent. I got out and got things going, made myself a tasty caffeinated beverage. Went back in to check on the Rugged Mountain siblings, making sure that they were moving. Then it was time to push it. We've got a little over 5 miles through what, in my opinion, is some of the best hiking trails here in Indiana. We're gonna start off going down into what my brother and I used to call Grumpy's Cave. Then we're gonna head out past the inn again, cross the suspension bridge, down Sugar Creek, back up into the woods, and when we come down, we should be coming down some ladders and a pretty cool waterway that we've always enjoyed hiking in. One of my favorite trails. So we'll try to show you all the highlights. And we're already here at Grumpy's Cave. That's Grumpy from the Land of the Lost. Really old TV show. With all that rain we got overnight, it is producing some slickness here on the trail. Rugged Mountain Mister acting out of an abundance of caution. All right, we've come out of that super cool area. Now we're heading up the stairs to that Lieber cabin. We're gonna go right by the inn. Rugged Mountain sister gets nosebleeds every now and again. She just had a big one, so might stop by the inn, see if she needs any more toilet paper to take care of things. It's always something. This is like one of the coolest things in a state park. I just love this. Yeah, we are dealing with a little bit of humidity today. My glasses are fogged up. It's like 86% humidity today. Whew. Good thing the temperature isn't too high yet. The bridge is out. I did forget to mention that although we're calling this the trial number 2 of the Backpacking 10-10-10 challenge, I am also considering it the 25th ever backpacking endeavor, because 25 is a nice round number, quarter of the way to 100. Well, I kept getting off course notifications. I just remembered when we drove in yesterday, I did see a sign that said the Trail 9 was closed. And we were gonna be on Trail 9 for a fair amount of our hike today. We had to make a detour, so I'm not sure whether we're gonna get to the 10. Yeah, so we are on a complete detour here. The Garmin is yelling at me for being off course. There is not a thing I can do about it, unless we cheated and went on the closed trail, which I don't wanna do.
Splashy splash on my leggy leg.
All right, as promised, we've made it to the ladders. We are not going down there though. We are making our way up this way. So we get to go up one ladder. Are you playing epic music while you're climbing?
Yes.
That is fantastic. Jeremiah Stringer, or JK if you're watching this, Rugged Mountain Sister, comes down on the camp of playing some music while you're hiking. Okay, here's the next obstacle.
Again.
More stairs. All right, faithful few, time for an update. We've made it to Camelback, which is all the way in the back of the park, a place I've tried to come to before, unsuccessfully. Just got a notification that I'm back on course, so that's nice. I don't think you can see what this is supposed to show with the brush and whatnot, but I think it's like some rolling hills or something out there that looks like a camel's back, thus the name. All right, Georgies, continue on.
Like to hang your backpack up.
Murphy Kylo's getting a little too ambitious with his stick.
I'm Poseidon.
Oh, he's got his trident. Except we're not in an ocean.
I can't do anything.
It's too big for a Murph. See, Murphy Kylo needs to get sponsored.
Wait.
Not only do I have the Outdoor Vitals Carbon 50 Evo pack as a new item, but one small piece of gear that I got that's been a game changer so far is I got bands for my glasses that come together, you know, behind the head and secure the glasses to your face. That has been fantastic. I have not had to push these things up once, and that is just awesome. When small gear makes big differences. More water crossings.
Oh, dearie. Oh, God.
All right, we're coming down to what I think is the coolest part of the trail, and probably going to be the most crowded also. Isn't this fantastic, you faithful few? Still walking down through the bluffage. Gorgeous. Too bad we're kind of in a hurry. Gotta get to the truck. All right, you faithful few, it's our third and final crossing of the suspension bridge.
Which is bridge is it?
All right, you faithful few, we have to do the switch over while we're wrapping up this particular hike because we are 1 hour behind schedule. So for this one, we just want to undo, get our food bags out, clean them out, get them ready for the next location. Gonna get trash out. We have a trash hookup on the inside of the truck here. So we ended up with 1,405 feet of elevation gain. It was 10.08 miles, so we just made it. But what may have been the killer was we only had a 1.9 mile per hour pace, and that's just due to all that crazy cool hiking stuff that we had to do. We also got to check our hip belt pouches, get trash out of there, get new snacks in. All right, faithful few, that wraps up day one of the trial number 2 for the backpacking 10-10-10 challenge. We're now an hour and 15 minutes behind, so we have got to get this all cleaned up, wrapped up, and on to the next place. So join us next week where you'll see if we made it or not. Hey, we just want to thank y'all so much for watching, and you all have a great day.